Hey, good afternoon. It's Monday night, 7 p.m. This is extemporadio here on riverwestradio.com. That's why I don't turn your microphone on until you're... Oh, yeah, of course I do. Are you done now?
I'll just do a handle. That sucks. No, I don't have
That doesn't tighten at all now?
No, it's stripped.
Well, welcome to Extemporadio. My name is Brendan O'Day, and I'm the producer of this show. The things you'll hear over the next 2 hours represent the views of myself, our guests, Extemporadio by extension, everybody associated with it, and all the people you'll hear on this show, including our guests and the hosts and people like that. So all opinions and quotations in no way represent River West Radio and are the sole responsibility of the producer, that's me, the guests and callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program. So there you go. There you have it. So,
Reminded me of
do you want to...
What's up? Oh, yes, absolutely. I'd love some of those.
So, joining us...
There we are.
Joining me on the program tonight is Jeff Lampton, as you just heard.
Yo.
And also Jason Evans
Hello.
from mkefunny.com.
How are you?
Jason.
Hey, what's up?
Jason's here.
Are these the video cameras?
Yeah, they're not hooked in. We're off the computer tonight.
Oh. You mean they can't? Oh, shit. Where's my phone? I whispered it so it don't
What did you
count.
make it to? 7:03 p.m. Oh, darn it. Where's my phone? Oh, darn it.
Is it
Oh, darn it.
Where's my phone?
Darn it.
Oh, darn it.
Is it not
Good
good
day,
if I
welcome
can't
to
hear
our
myself
radio
in the
show, eh?
headphones? Does that mean I'm still on?
No, it just means that it could mean any number of things.
Okay. Oh, I think I hear myself a little bit there. There we go.
Is that better?
Thank you, sir.
I'm actually picking you up in my microphone through my headphones, so I'm hearing like two of you. Unless I took acid and I forgot.
That's not helpful.
I think you might have taken acid and forgot, because I can't hear myself echoing through there.
But because you're coming through my microphone, through your microphone, through my earphones.
You can hear me in the microphone?
Not
You're on
anymore, but I
acid.
was.
You're on acid.
What's that?
You're on
Hear
acid.
it coming all the way through here. Can you hear that? Can you hear the echo?
No.
It's all the way.
I can pick you up a little bit, but once you're on mic...
We are the world headphones.
High fidelity headphones that
We are the world.
Okay, yes, I can catch a little bit of you ambiently through, but once you're on mic, that doesn't happen anymore.
Right, but the mic stand's broke, so I have to hold it right up to my lips like I'm blowing it.
That's how these all work.
No,
Yeah,
keep a good
that's
distance.
how it works.
I have only one speaker working in my headphones, and my left ear is my dominant ear, so I'm gonna switch over.
You're dominant here. Do you lean
Actually, if you
into
notice,
it?
there's like no cable coming out of it. I think that's on the last legs there.
there we
Okay, now
go.
it's time for our 8 o'clock break after.
So,
Hey,
yeah, no kidding. Listen to this great radio here. No, see, when you're right on mic like this, here's what the best part of it is. It makes it easy to... here's what you're supposed to be in radio. 1 inch off the microphone. And not 1 inch off the microphone, holding it like this and talking across it. You know, it's like taking a bottle and going, ooh, ooh, ooh.
You know, when it's really windy, you don't even need to do that. You just hold it right, and it makes that noise.
This is such a great program. This is a brilliant radio show. See, if you get it in line with how the air comes out of your mouth,
I
that's
don't know which way
when
the
it
air
works.
comes
This
out
is
of my
not
because it comes out
this
in
is
many
not
different directions. I've got a multifunctional blowhole, which
No.
just
You have a larynx and you have a mouth, and that mouth talks like this, and air comes up and goes out like that. It doesn't come up and go suddenly turn up. You don't talk with your tongue.
sometimes I do. Okay.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. It doesn't work that way.
Sometimes I just happen to do
For everyone who
that.
can't see that, he was doing diagrams with his hands very nicely,
Very
showing.
Think of a throat of a person sitting in a chair, then think of the general disposition of a person's mouth. If you line up the microphone,
predispositions is somebody's mouth, but usually it's female and it involves.
do you understand? If you hold the microphone like this, we can hear about
Yeah, I'm well aware of the
75% of you.
I'm
Can you
pretty
Please.
Sure, I know.
Hold the microphone like a microphone.
No, you want me to hold it like a
There you
big
go. There's
giant
Jeff
dick.
Lampton, everybody. Now you can hear him.
They can hear me before.
At about 70%, because the majority of your air is blowing past it, so the sound isn't hitting the
Show me
microphone.
one person on the face of this planet who wants to hear 100% of me. 70% is a better thing for everybody.
Just like the
involved.
I'd like to apologize
analogy.
for what I'm about to say. Jeff
Exactly.
Lampton is gay.
Is this that really important code?
No, that's totally irrelevant.
The guy who won't hold the microphone like a big dick is gay. We can say that word on the air.
Yes, sure. For
That's how I hold my friends Richard.
with all kinds of great
There you go.
reason, we'll say that. Jesus. Well, it's
Put that in the
7:07
tag
here on
marks.
Extemporadio. Radio. I forgot even to
I did
introduce
hold it
our
back.
third microphone tonight is Jason Evans from. Did I mention you?
Yes, actually.
Do it
you did.
again.
Okay. Jason
Welcome
Evans is
to
here.
Thank you
Alzheimer's
very
Radio
much.
today,
Thank
where
you.
we're just going to go and repeat information from the.
Well, when I have to give a tutorial on how to frickin' talk into a microphone, that's pretty dang.
What?
Can you just put it on the mic stand?
It's broke.
It's
If you
broken.
see the little silver knob here? No. Stop that. Silver knob there, right there on this side. Turn that. That'll drop down. See? As predicted. Tighten that. Put the microphone stand between your legs.
Who's the gay one? It's been nothing but phallic symbols with you since we got here.
Put that on the mic stand.
Blow into it. Hold it like this. Blow. You should
Now talk.
cup it gently.
Thank
and like
you.
lick
Ladies
the
and gentlemen, that's
tip.
Jeff Lampton joining us finally on mic. We can hear him. Yeah, you can take that down another little bit there.
Take it down, baby. Take it down all the way. All right. Welcome to Extemporadio.
Take it down and blow the bottle, man.
Have you gone to
Hold it
Hulu?
just right.
Have you gone to Hulu or YouTube or Netflix and watched any of the back episodes of WKRP in Cincinnati?
I have not.
They have just been released in the last month and a half. The great sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati was released, and they had to take out all the original music because otherwise, every time somebody would play that on the internet, that would be great. On the internet, they'd have to pay a royalty to the band for playing that music. So it was going to amount to, if let's just say, an average episode gets 1 million views, you're literally talking, $20,000, $30,000. Well, what that reveals is they make almost no money. In the world of internet, they don't make a lot of money because they would pay the artist that money if they had it, but they don't.
They make the money. They just don't want to pay the artist.
I don't know that they do.
Netflix jump up like 190,000% on their. Like I used to have Netflix, and then they said, "Well, you were paying $13.95, so now we want $75 in your left testicle."
Yeah, that was kind of the numbers. It was actually a little closer to $18, but
Right.
But yeah, that's what it was. It was
Inflation.
originally $12.95, and then if you wanted internet access, it went to $18.95. Gaming cell phone access. If you wanted to play on your phone, it suddenly became $18.95, and then they just flat out raised it to $21.95. But then they offered the $7.95 just watch it on your computer thing, and that's what when they announced that, they lost millions of revenue because everybody went screw that
Has
thing."
anybody figured out how to steal any of that stuff yet? I'm sure they have.
Oh yeah, talk to.
Seriously, that's who I usually like
Wait a
to be
minute,
friends
wait.
with.
Has anybody figured out how to steal any of that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the biggest problems with all this is that too many people know how to steal all of it.
Well, that's great. Call up if you know, because I'd like to know. Because I'd like Netflix, but I can't afford
Please
it.
don't call up. We got callers calling in tonight. Jason Evans is
Well, we got time.
talking at us. Yeah, we do. We got 5
We got to
minutes.
fill Eric Yoder's spot. So
Did he finally call in and say he's not coming?
yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you. I thought I told you I was walking out the door.
You just said that he has like an 8:30 dinner or an 8:30 thing.
Conference call for a potential client. So
He's a busy man.
It's no big deal. On the walk over here and the walk back, I passed by the Bremen. I really miss the Bremen, man. I miss those days.
Yeah.
I miss Mel. I miss Byron. I miss everybody about it. I miss everything about it. It was every Monday night was just always something to look forward to there.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of become unfortunate, but it's hard to feel bad when it's the owner of the place who has a relatively dead night of the week. That was a Monday night open mic.
Right.
Without us, there would have been about 3 or 4 people in the place all night long, and they something bothering you? It's on the. They run a video here.
Oh, okay.
In the studio, yeah, or in the store. We're coming to you live from River West Film and Video, 824 East Center Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They are the fine folks that put this little radio station together. Zav and Nick and the guys have done an amazing job of putting all this out here for us to play around with. But
it's great to be. It's awesome the things they allow us to do here. And we get to be here.
Just down the street is the place called Bremen Cafe at the corner of Bremen and Clark. Yeah, it's the Bremen Cafe. It's not Bremen Bar and Grill. It's just Bremen Cafe. They open up early. They have a breakfast thing that goes on. They do coffee in the morning, but full service bar. And we had an open mic there, originally set up by Dave Niels, Ryan Lowe, and Melville Fleming, and it went great for about 15, 16 months.
And Byron Beck was, I believe.
No, Byron just would go there occasionally.
I thought he became one of the slow children after Dave had left.
Oh, maybe he did. I don't know if he was actually officially part of that or not.
I miss Byron, too. I haven't seen him in a long time. No, he's well.
Yeah, Byron's not doing well, but...
We're not allowed to talk about that, and he doesn't want people talking about that, unfortunately. So. Byron's a good guy. But
we miss him dearly. We want him back.
The Bremen, and what I didn't know was before Dave had it, that John Ann, Gull's fiance, had that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And now they are the proprietors of the North Avenue Grill.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
72nd and North Avenue, which is a unbelievably fantastic place to eat. It is. I probably had one of the best burgers of my life there. It's called the Crustic. If you get a chance to go there, eat that burger.
Cool.
Excuse me.
What made it?
What's that?
What made it the best burger you've ever had?
I don't know. If I knew, I would cook it at home.
Was it like a quarter pounder, like meat wise? Was it Angus meat? Was it?
I don't know. It just was great. It had bacon on it. And
well.
Oh yeah.
That's it, man.
You could put bacon on a piece of crap, and I'd like it.
I have. Absolutely. Tastes very good. Yeah.
I love bacon crap.
Bacon crap rocks, man.
They got some other great things at the North Avenue Grill as well. They got like these hot fries. I forgot the official name for it, but they're like potato slices and some kind of fancy cheese with hot sauce. It's all just.
I've seen that they have some gluten-free stuff. Have you ever eaten anything that's gluten-free?
Not intentionally, no.
Okay, because I was just wondering what it would taste like.
Well, from what Gull tells me, everything tastes great. He's got the celiacs. And he's got the wheat intolerance or whatever that is.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So that's why he's got all that, and they got people coming now for that, and it's really awesome.
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna have to get there.
Well, we've got all kinds of great things going on here on Extemporadio tonight. Our first guest forgot about the time change between the East Coast and the Midwest.
A comedy booker on top of it.
Yeah, a guy who lives by the time.
Right, who every week sends us in our itineraries. If you comics got to stop forgetting about putting out your time zone changes. If you don't make it to your show on time, you're being fined. We've had enough of this crap. We're going to have to bust his balls because he's going to come back next week. Come back.
Absolutely. We'll get him back on the show next week. And so we've rescheduled already with Eric, and he'll be joining us next week. But I just got a message from our 805 guest that his open mic is canceled for tonight. So our new feature that we were going to debut tonight is How Are Things Going at Your Open Mic will not be airing in the 8 o'clock hour. So H.D. Reeves may be calling us at 7:30 and just calling to shoot the crap with us.
Who's the open mic guy?
It's H.D. Reeves from St. Louis.
I know him. Yeah, he's awesome.
Awesome dude. Listens to the show down there in St. Louis. And,
really? Great.
Yeah, he's one of our regulars and just a great guy. I've been looking forward to getting a chance to get H.D. on the show. And
what's the H.D. stand for?
I'm going to guess...
high definition.
High definition.
I talked to
Harry
him probably about.
I was going to say hairy dude because it's radio and not the other thing that thankfully we just stepped on here.
I talked to him on Facebook about 6 months ago when I was talking to him about coming down. We, grabbing a group of Milwaukee comics and coming down there and doing some shows, man.
Yeah, that's.
But I never came. I just.
Well, I still think
track.
I still think it's gonna have to happen because they do have a lot of stuff going on down there.
They do.
The bigger thing would be is if we can see if we can't work up something of an actual show somewhere down there. We go down. Hit some of their open mics one day, the next day go do a real show so we can absorb some of the costs because that's the only challenge. It's it's not too far, but it's 7 hours away, and then bring those guys right back up here. So if we do
like a comedy exchange,
and the tour of the Arch is not cheap. It's not. It's not cheap at all.
It's it's an attraction that requires a fairly significant amount of maintenance.
Absolutely.
Bulletproof vest.
Yeah, right.
Dangerous city down there.
Dangerous city.
It is very.
I think they're talking about changing the name to New Detroit.
Right.
But they
or New Oak Creek.
Yeah, New Oak Creek. Yo.
Is that too soon?
Is that our introduction? That's our introduction
going to be our introduction. Let's go right into it.
Let's get into it. On the 5th of August 2012, Milwaukee joined the elite ranks of cities with mass murders that then become publicly
actually, they said on the news today that Wisconsin has had 5 mass shootings in the past 8 years.
Yeah.
5 mass murders.
Well, this isn't new for us.
Yeah, we're actually leading. We're kind of like blazing a trail for other people. Apparently,
Are we blazing the trail for awesome
I can't
serial
believe
killers?
serial
also?
killers
Yeah.
too as well. Right.
We have some pretty we've had a couple of pretty cool serial killers between Eddie and
Dahmer
and Jeffy.
Eddie and Jeffy. That's a sitcom right there.
Eddie and Jeffy. Oh my goodness! It could all take place. It could all take place.
Damn it, Jeffy! Why do you always hog the freezer space? I need to get stuff in there too.
Where am I going to put my Michelina dinners?
Can I use that lamp? No.
It all takes place in the context of a dream of a guy working third shift at the Central State Mental Health correctional facility where Ed was kept, which was one of those weird things where he was literally like 40 miles from where he spent the rest of his life. They put Jeff Dahmer in general population over at Portage. That's where he died.
My brother's at the time girlfriend, this was way back when he got her friend's boyfriend is the one who killed Dahmer. Like, he was seeing her at the time, and then like when he killed her, she's like, that was my friend's boyfriend who killed him. Like, Carver was his name.
Wow.
Or Carver, something like that.
Yeah, whatever. Scarver.
That
was his
like a
prison name.
Scarver.
Or his pirate name, right?
Watch out, Scarver's got the shank.
Scarver's got the scurvy.
So HD Reeves texts back in, I'm really in a bleep mood to be on the air. No offense, I can't believe they did this to me.
We must be pissed if he's talking bleeps.
Yeah, he is.
Right?
I mean, and what a nice guy to type bleep,
Right.
Instead of other things. I'm just sending back. That may be the best time to come on the air.
Call, man, call.
Guests are dropping, eh? Just dropping.
Hey, thanks, Jason. Yeah, we didn't notice that.
I don't think my guest will drop, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I already confirmed, and I think he's one of the best looking comedians in the scene. You want me to tell everybody?
Well,
Yeah.
that's how I judge my favorite comics, by how they
Absolutely.
look.
Oh.
So who would be your top favorite good-looking comic? Male only, apparently, because we can't say like Amy Schumer and Wendy Liebman and
Yeah. I don't know.
Lynn Kaplan or Koplitz. I forget. She wore that pink dress in her Comedy Central special, and like she's hot.
Joe, did you see they're going to be toasting Roseanne Barr?
On the 12th,
Yeah.
August 12th.
That would be good times. Yeah, that's good times.
Who's hosting that?
What days over there swimming? No, I'm just kidding. Huh? Who's hosting that? I don't know. I haven't seen
Way to
that.
prop up the show here, boy. Way to just keep
haven't seen
talking. I'm in contact with a guest. I'm trying to get him on the air. So if you guys could talk,
We're working
and,
on
and,
it.
and
Chill
converse,
out.
and that'd be awesome. Put your phone away.
I'm going to the phone to find guests right now.
Don't find guests.
Why? We need a guest.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. I'm going to put it. Who wants to be a guest? It's
Awesome.
a special
Great,
feature
thanks.
for extemporadio.
Yeah, awesome.
What?
Jesus.
All right, I just got the mentally challenged people who call in that they want to be a guest, and
Really?
yeah.
Wow. You know what? I just thought of something seeing your, what was that, Powerade Zero?
Powerade. It could fuel a lawnmower, maybe.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. That's what
Does anyone
from
have
what
a
I've
lawnmower?
gathered from the promos for this show that didn't make it to air in time.
Oh, come on. Those are awesome.
That stuff always
They were.
looks
They
like
were fine. You should have just put them on there. What that was?
the Gatorade stuff that looks blue like that looks like
Toilet
windshield
water.
washer fluid.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
That's
I was
what it
always thinking
actually
of.
is.
I was always thinking of putting it in one of them bottles and just walking down the street drinking out of it.
Should do that.
Just for reaction.
Drink it because I think it's not toxic.
What, windshield wiper fluid?
Yeah.
Well, no, you just put that in the Windex bottle. You dump out the Windex bottle, clean it
Yeah.
up, and then you pour that into the Windex
I'm saying
bottle.
you just walk into the gas station and you fill up your bottle in the little windshield wiper holders. Did I say whoppers? where they have hamburgers and windshield
You know what?
wipers.
Do not make that mistake in McDonald's. They get really upset.
When you ask
they
for a
do.
Whopper?
Yeah, they get really mad. They do.
Wow,
I'm not
that's
kidding.
unfortunate.
They got really
Must be
upset.
great to have nothing better to get upset about than
No kidding,
than
right?
someone
Yeah, they, like,
making a
corrected
switch
me.
from a restaurant you normally go to so
Yeah.
often that you say their signature burger's name in the other restaurant.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be happy about it, and they would go, "Hey, no, we don't have that one here, but thank you so much for coming to our
No,
restaurant."
absolutely not. They get all mad.
The epitome of high class radio.
Yeah.
There's no argument.
There's no argument. We're
But I was going to use the Amazing Jonathan joke in his act. He pulls out a bottle of Windex
Oh,
and
yeah.
he starts drinking it.
Yeah.
And he holds it up and says, "Prevent streaking."
yeah.
I love Amazing
It's a
Jonathan.
good
Yeah, he's
joke.
awesome.
Actually.
It's great.
Yeah.
From what I hear, he throws great sex parties up in his Vegas mansion.
Awesome. Maybe
That's
you can-
good to know.
maybe we can all get in on that someday. Get on the rotisserie
Does
with
he?
Jonathan.
Does he make stuff?
Great.
Does he make stuff disappear at those parties? Hey, hey.
Hey-oh.
Makes frowns disappear.
You got that? You got that rim shot? Son?
Yeah, no, I don't have the rim shot up
Come on,
tonight.
Get on
But
the ball.
Yeah, where is that tonight?
not getting anything back from H.D. Reeves.
That's fine.
Unfortunate.
Is he
We'll roll
related to Christopher?
No, I don't
Not
think
at
so.
all.
Which one of these cameras is working now?
There'd be none.
No, there's one working.
No, the camera here is working on the computer.
Oh, there's a camera on the computer. Why is there two on the table here? Are those for show?
I don't know. 2 in the table is worth 1 in the
Bush?
Obama. I don't know.
Really?
Explain yourself.
Really, we're going to go there? So let's go back to Oak Creek.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we kind of
Yeah,
digressed
you had an
there.
exciting day yesterday. I saw on your Facebook post, Lampton. It didn't surprise me at all. I said, you know what? Lampton's on the case. I'm not worried about any information coming out of down there. We'll hear all about it on Monday. So what did you do to provoke such violence in front of?
Well, what I did was the street before the street that the temple was on, there's a field by that street. And if you were to have walked down that field, you'd be able to see the parking lot in between the houses.
Okay.
And I actually had snuck all the way down the field and got within the line sight of the house. I saw the ambulances.
Yeah.
I saw everything in the parking lot. Excuse me. And I was getting ready to grab my video. I had my video camera in hand. I was getting ready to open it and start shooting when all of a sudden I heard some profanity. And I looked to my left. And
From a
there's-
decorated officer?
she had the SWAT vest on.
Yeah.
While this is all going on, I imagine this sound is dum 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum,
I have
dum.
no idea what that is.
That's the sneaking noise from the Mystery Machine. Who are those kids? Those
Yeah, I
those
understand that.
teenagers.
Yeah, I remember that,
those
but-
meddling kids.
Like, hey, Scoop.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
meddling kids. Who are they? What are they called?
people-
The
What are they called?
I don't know.
Scooby-Doo.
Those
What are they called? What are the kids?
The Mystery Machine people.
What were they called?
The
Look it
meddling
up. I don't know.
teenagers.
Google
Was the
it.
name of the show Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Is that all it was called?
In Friends. I don't know.
Scooby and Friends. No, I think that was one that's Scrappy and Friends. But yeah, that was the Scooby-Doo sneaking movie.
Yeah, well, the
sneaking
people
sound.
the size, our size don't sneak. He wasn't
Nah,
sneaking.
I
There's
couldn't
no
be
way
really
possible.
inconspicuous.
Yeah, unless you hid behind a tree, maybe. A large
There were no
tree.
trees.
Were you rolling around on the ground?
I
Or
was
were you
not,
just
no.
walking?
I had a little a stick with some leaves taped to my
Okay,
hat.
yeah.
And I was trying to look like a big tree.
Okay, but it didn't work. She
And it
found you
did not.
right away.
She spotted
Because
me.
officers don't normally shut out profanities at trees.
No, well, sometimes that's why people get kicked off the force because Tackleberry was sitting there shooting at a tree.
So what was she pointing at you?
It was a machine gun of some sort. I don't know
Really?
my weapons.
How'd you feel?
What do you? I've actually had full-blown SWAT teams point their guns at me before.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's nothing new, but I didn't want to make any sudden moves. Like when she was coming running at me, shouting,
Yeah.
hands in the air, hands in the air. I wanted to open up my video camera and get it rolling.
Yeah, for
so I
sure.
could get that, but I'm figuring I better not make any false moves because.
Sudden moves, yeah.
Right, and then all of a sudden she yells, "I can't see what's in your hands. What's in your hands?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Video camera." And she's got that gun pointing right at me,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the gun was bigger than hers. She
And
was-
they want to shoot it. They do.
Oh,
I
they
don't care
do,
what they
especially
say.
if
Yeah,
you're
they
a big
want to
target,
They
like-
want to shoot somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
you know?
would.
And
That's why I'm not a SWAT team member.
that's why I don't go to your house when you got your gun out.
I don't have that kind of self-control. So, what happened then afterwards? Did you get the heck out of there, or did you antagonize her?
No, I was actually really nice. She came
Well,
up
that's
to me.
good.
She asked me what I was doing. She asked me if I was in the media. I just said, no, I'm a creep
Uh-huh.
trying to get video.
And she said, well, I already knew that,
Well,
but...
she goes, all right, well, it's not safe. She told me that there was still a shooter on the loose.
Yeah.
And that I should get out of there so I don't get shot.
Okay.
Now,
But
I
she
don't
was...
know.
She almost shot you.
She almost shot me, ironically, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
That's not good times.
there were two shooters, I swear to God.
Well, technically there were. Otherwise, that guy would still be
Right,
buying ammunition at the Walmart. Oh, it's so bad.
Is that where you got it from?
No.
Is there Walmart?
Walmart sells ammunition?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the little smiley
Oh,
face.
that's
and the
awesome.
bullet
Oh, yeah,
on it.
right where you can buy the fish license, right?
Exactly. Get your 22 LRs. Get your
Great.
30-06 rounds.
Good times.
How do you think they get all those guppies with the machine gun?
It's like shooting fish in a barrel, my friend. Hell,
Ew.
rim shot, where is it? I'm waiting.
So yeah,
So then you got out of there, and then you just like watched there for a while? Or?
yeah, I stood there for a while, and then the cops came out, and because all the people from that had been in the temple,
Yeah.
they had got them out there to congregate, and we got a phone call from somebody wanting to rent Pirate Treasure 7. Hello.
That was the store phone.
Oh, that was the
see a little
store
light
phone.
Way
in
to
there.
drive away business, Brendan.
Yeah, wait, man.
No, it wasn't this phone. It was the phone up there.
Well,
They're on two separate lines.
can you tell if
I
that
didn't just
one
hang
rings?
up on somebody. Yes, you can.
Well,
But sometimes it's difficult. And when it's
Okay.
been a week since the last time I heard the phone ring, you know, I don't do this
understand your
every day.
difficulty.
I
I
would
understand your
love to
difficulty,
do this
yeah.
every day, but they would need to pay me for it, and there's no money in the studio, so in the station here. So, so the lovely lady that took you
was
down.
very lovely.
Did you get her number?
I think I had a dream about her this morning. I had the most bizarre dream.
was she wearing her tactical gear?
No, she was in her cop unit. I can't remember actually. She was in
Okay.
her uniform. I dreamt that a police officer had pulled somebody over, and it was her. And I'd seen her. I'm like, oh damn, they're gonna get me. I'm in trouble for something. And I went into the back of my car and hid under a blanket. But I knew I didn't do anything wrong.
So why would you-
Blanket.
Why
I
would
don't know
you-
what that means.
Why would you hide if you didn't do anything wrong?
Well, because I've had this lifelong problem with police officers.
Yeah.
No matter what, I end up either going to jail, getting beat up, or having SWAT teams pull guns on me, being accused of murder, things like that.
That's an exciting life, Lampton.
Yeah, it sure is. But then the minute you see a cop walking down, your testicles like jump into your chest, and you're like, shit, why am I going to jail? And because you can't say those words on the radio, and that's why.
You can say testicle, you just can't say the other one.
Okay, I didn't say the T part.
He's doing
of it,
pretty good today.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah. So whenever I see a cop, I'm full blown paranoid. I mean, I still wake up to this day choking, having dreams that I'm getting choked and beat up by 3 cops, So
Jeez.
I'm paranoid. So I dreamt that I was hiding under the blanket and she saw me and she came running over. She gets in the car and she starts cuddling with me.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is.
Yeah.
And she goes, you didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing you don't have to hide. So then we end up in an alley and there was like, she kept saying that I knew her. She's like, we met at Lori's party. Don't you remember? I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know who Lori is.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you know me. Trust me. And then there was a package of tortillas in the alley because it cuts to an alley, and there's like an empty refrigerator across the alley.
Yeah.
So I pick up one of the tortillas, I throw it in the air. As soon as it hits the ground, it turns into a little golden retriever puppy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a Mexican.
No, a little puppy, and then the puppy comes running up to me. And I did that a couple times. It turned into a little black puppy, and then a zebra, a little miniature zebra / puppy.
Wow, a miniature zebra?
It was bizarre.
That is wild, man.
Mr. Lampton, at any time did this small animal turn into a pig?
And then I had sex with the pig, and then she kept saying, "Wow, you're just amazing." Every time I would throw a tortilla into it, would turn into an animal.
Wow,
It's a really bizarre
That's
dream.
amazing.
I don't know why my mind works the way it does.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, I've never seen a miniature zebra.
It was awesome, dude. It
Is
was.
it like the miniature giraffe that dude had in that commercial?
I don't know.
That one commercial, what was it, for Dish Network, right? He was like rich, he had everything he wanted.
Oh, yeah, the Russian dude.
Yeah, you had the
Little miniature giraffe.
Yeah, the miniature
Sitting there,
giraffe.
on the
bet
couch.
you a
Everything's
miniature-
gold. Somebody comes up with 2 gold like busts of his head, all carved out of gold.
Yeah.
And he goes, dead one. And then he comes walking up, sits down on the couch. There's 2 rockin' models sitting there. And at the end, as he's talked about DirecTV, the little zebra goes,
No, it's a giraffe.
or a little giraffe goes, and he goes,
And he like pets it. It's
Yeah.
like this big.
yeah, no, it's
No,
like,
I don't
it's like
remember
12
that.
inches high.
Is that?
I'd say, yeah.
Well, it's hard to tell on certain
I
TVs.
don't remember that commercial.
Well, really?
Right. It
God,
doesn't
this
look
thing
like
ran
it's
in
12
heavy
inches.
It was
rotation
great.
all
What
football
was the
season
key
last
word
year.
that he said
I really
that I loved?
haven't
out
had
of
a
that?
TV in like 3 years, maybe 4.
You should get you one. They've been around
Except
for a
the
while
time
now.
out with my wife.
Well, I have that.
Oh, okay, that was it. Yeah.
Just something, he just keeps using these little.
You got a really good Russian accent. Like it scares me.
Oh no!
No, really,
I bought my
seriously.
car from a Russian dude, and
Did you?
so like, I'd go hang out with him. He worked just down the road from where I was at, so
Oh, okay.
so it was
Likely
always
story.
awesome. So
It's a
yeah,
good cover. Yeah. I bought my car, wink, wink, from a Russian, and it was loaded with Siberian prostitutes.
And miniature
Miniature giraffes. But the zebra was the size of a golden retriever puppy.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't
Okay.
miniature. I wouldn't say that's miniature.
Compared to a regular zebra, I would
That's true.
kind of
Yeah,
say
I guess
yes.
so. Yeah, but well, because they have those toy dogs, which are small. They call them toys because they look like a toy.
Maybe
They're
it was
like
a
that
toy
big.
zebra.
But yeah, maybe.
It could have been.
Yeah, it was a toy zebra.
I didn't dissect my dream enough to know. I didn't ask the zebra if it was a toy zebra, a miniature zebra, or
You know where you can make a
midget
lot of money
zebra?
if you figured out how to shrink those animals, like they do with the toy dogs. You know how they bred them to get smaller and smaller and smaller. You should start breeding zebras to get smaller, 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 and I'm sure people would love those in their homes.
If we could make them out of shrinky dinks with insides, like their skin would be out of shrinky dinks.
Well, yeah, but how
we
you
would
gonna
shove them in the oven?
Well, how you gonna fit a full zebra in the oven?
Got to be a really big oven. I'm
It
sure
does.
Germans have
That's
some
how-
laying
jeez.
around.
There we go.
We had to go right there.
What's happening over there, man? We're holding up our bargain of the show over here. We're rolling.
Hey,
and-
Ma Bell, why don't you learn how to use a phone instead of giving me an hour and a half tutorial on how to use a goddamn microphone?
That's impressive. I'm completely responsible for all the equipment in the studio.
You know what, O'Day? You're doing a great job over there.
You're
You
doing
really are, man.
fantastic,
You don't give
O'Day.
us much credit. You're swimming over there all the time, telling us to keep going. And We're doing all right over
Well, we
here.
enjoy watching you
Yeah, it's
fall.
fun.
Because the dead air gets blamed on you, and we
No,
can
it's
just laugh
not.
it off.
There
Because
hasn't
we're
been
just
any-
guests.
Yeah, it's
There hasn't
great.
been any
that
dead
yours.
air.
You're the guest host.
There
What are you
hasn't been any
talking
dead
about?
air. I think that air's been great. Honestly, I do. We're having serious conversations about serious subjects here.
Zebras and miniature
Miniatures?
zebras
Yeah,
and tortillas.
absolutely.
But it was a tortilla before it turned into a zebra. That's the amazing part.
That is, man. You need to go to one of them dream translation people.
Actually, that's one of my my specialties. I work on dream translation. I'm
and even that
obsessed with
stumps
dreams.
you. That stumps you even.
They're
Hey?
hard. They're actually dreams are very complicated.
Yeah, well, I'd imagine.
You know,
Yeah.
I got some. I've got some like on my Facebook. I've been doing like some for friends and
Yeah.
stuff like that. The cat. I shouldn't say names. No, it wasn't her. It was someone else. A repetitive dream she's had for over 7 years. I helped her figure it
Wow.
out. Yeah.
So what's your take then? Since you do that,
I haven't had the time to really sit down and figure it out yet.
Okay, all right.
So-
Well, when you do, you gonna tell us about it? Because I'd be interested.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody has dreams that they want me to try to help figure out,
Yeah, how's it going?
hit me up on Facebook.
Hey, who's this?
What's up, man? This is HD Reed.
Hey,
what's up, HD?
Kyle Dagan, man, we're happy to get you on the air here. We've been chatting a little bit about all the bad things that have happened to all of us.
He's wearing a leather kilt with a utility.
And no, it's great. So we got you here. Thanks for calling in tonight on Extemper Radio. I'm joined here. This is Brendan. Jeff Lampton is here. Say hello, Jeff Lampton.
Hey, HD, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, not bad, dude.
And then Jason Evans from mkefunny.com. Jason not only is a really great stand-up, he also manages a website that literally posts everything in comedy that's happening all over Wisconsin.
Notice he didn't mention I was a really great stand-up. Just gloss over.
How's it going, HD? How you doing, man?
Hey, is that Jason?
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, because I talk to him on the Midwest comedy a lot and whatnot.
Yeah, we were talking about I think about 6 months ago about coming down there sometime and doing some shows with you.
Yeah, definitely, man. We actually just started getting into me and my guy Ben Flug. You know, we started that No Name Comics thing. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing No Name Comics, and it's spelled with an X. But we're actually going to start a club. We just found a place. We've already rented it out. We've already paid for a year's worth of rent. So if we lose money, that's cool. You know, but yeah, it's going to be the only comedy club in St. Louis City that there is around.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So we're hoping to make some, big turns with that.
Look, I was just joking before when I said they're going to change the name of Detroit of St. Louis to New Detroit. Is it just that no other comedy club can really get any traction down there, or what's been going on?
Man, you had two. You had the Funny Bone in St. Louis at Westport Mall, and then you had the Comedy Etc. over in Fairview Heights, Illinois. Fairview Heights, they just kicked them out of there. It was a great place, but it was in a really horrible place to be. It was a great great venue, but it was a horrible spot. It was hard to find. You could never get to it.
Had to go through East St. Louis to get there, probably not make it back.
Yeah, the drive through St. Louis, yeah, definitely. You need to armored everything to get to East St. Louis.
Absolutely. We were just talking about that you have to be, we were talking about what you and Jason were talking about, doing a comedian exchange kind of a thing. And we just said, but we probably all have to buy flak jackets before we go down to St. Louis. And and I say that as we've just had a massive 7-person massacre here in Milwaukee. Like, Milwaukee's some safe place to go.
Well, a 7-person massacre for St. Louis is just normal business.
It's like a Saturday night, right? It might even be a Tuesday night. Yeah.
You know, I wake up almost every day and I post. Sorry, somebody's beeping on my line, but I'm just gonna let it go.
No, take the call if we can get. Let's be great radio.
Let me see if I can get it on 3-way, maybe. Sorry, it'll go away in a second.
Yeah.
But Shit, what was I saying? The 80s got me all kinds of fucked
you
up.
get a laugh and you say shit, I get scolded. What the hell is I gotta be on the phone to say shit and fuck?
Am I not supposed to curse? I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Well, it's kind of weird because right now we're internet only, but we're in the midst of getting an FCC license to put an antenna on top of the building here and have a low-power FM station. It'll broadcast to about 60,000, 70,000 people here in Milwaukee. About 10% of the population will get the station. But what's happening is... What's that?
3 people will get your station. That's cool. 3 people.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Right now we got a Mr. Microphone and we walk down the street and we just try to get people's attention.
Yeah, we tell our tales to individuals as we encounter them on the street. It's always great at a red light, but
like Jay Leno Cash Cab.
all these episodes leading up to when we get the FCC license will be broadcast in the hours that the station is not live and on the air with live talent. It'll be during the overnights when we're off air. So, because we run the station in the front window of a video store here in River West, kind of a hippie neighborhood in Milwaukee.
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, what's kind of cool about the club that we're opening, it's on a street called Cherokee Street.
Yeah.
And they're very like artsy, supportive. You know, everything's really artsy on that, and
awesome.
Everybody supports each other. We're thinking it's going to go really well. And another cool thing about it is what was going to be a green room, we're going to turn into a hey, you can stay here if you're running through comic, overnight.
So your own little kind of condo built into the place.
Yeah, not really a condo. I'd say a condon't.
There you go. Yeah, flop house, if you will. That's great.
Well, you can sleep there and wash your butt, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't get any better than that.
Hey, I mean, sometimes when comics are just running through trying to spread their name, I mean, that could be a huge help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're running out to Paducah, Kentucky. Just got back from Chicago, and we just got back from Cairo, Illinois. I don't know if you've ever heard of Cairo, Illinois.
I think the rest of the country refers to that as Cairo, but
I just passed through there a couple months ago.
Yes, you're right.
But Jeff was actually just through there
in March.
That's like, so you actually went through there, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever been to East St. Louis?
Yeah, I was.
So yeah, you know that place is like a ghetto version of East St. Louis. I don't know how it happens.
I think they even have a street, Obama Street, right in the middle of Cairo, don't they? Or is that?
I went down there because I opened up for. I don't even know if you guys know who this will be. I didn't know who it was until I opened up for him. His name is Shouty. What my name is.
What? He's just got 3 blank looks. We all looked at each other like, I think he said words. I'm pretty sure those were.
Yeah.
Shouting what my name is?
Okay, so he got his fame off of Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. He was like a big comedian on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out on MTV forever.
Okay.
So I had no idea who the hell this guy was, but I went down there to open up for him. Which I was surprised. I was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, they paid me, the hotel, the whole deal, nice. It was a good paid deal and everything. But, yeah, so they call us down. Now that they realize they probably over-budgeted with Shouty.
God damn it, we over-budgeted with Shouty. God damn it.
Well, the really funniest thing is, because, like, I do a lot of black clubs, a lot of urban clubs up here, and they introduce me like, hey, this guy has just opened up for, and his tagline was "What my name is," and they go, and like the host will say, "Well, here this guy opened up for what my name is," and he point the mic out to the crowd, and they'll go, "Shouty!" So like people know him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was surprised. I couldn't believe it.
And like, did he draw? Was there a pretty big room or?
Oh yeah, it was probably a 300-seater, and they had it 80% full.
Holy cow!
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, but they actually ended up doing we actually ended up doing some more comedy shows down there because they wanted to pay a little bit less, and I was like, hey, I can bring some people down for like,
shouty
seven. Yeah, not shouty money. Yeah. But if you, once I looked this guy up, I was like, okay, wow, this guy's everywhere. He sucks, but he's everywhere.
Right. Yeah. Well, isn't that great?
Yes.
That is awesome. We have our own, variation on that. I guess he's even probably nationwide, but we have our Dustin Diamond thing. Dustin, good old Screech lives in a suburb north of Milwaukee called Port Washington, and he went through that thing where he said he stopped paying his mortgage, so the bank was going to foreclose. So then he sold his sex tape for a while, trying to raise some money, and then he sold T-shirts for a while.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard when he was on the Howard Stern show trying to sell those T-shirts and so
It's pretty awesome, but it's like one of the badges that you have to earn if you're gonna do a Yoder show is that you have to pick up Screech at whatever airport he's coming into, and then you have to ferry him for a week around to the one-nighters that he does. And if you can survive that, they reward you with your own string of one-nighters for about 1/10 the money that they're paying Screech to go up there and talk about his 9-inch schlong.
And then you get to open for Slater and Zach.
Yeah. Dude, have you guys heard about? He was on the White Boys of Comedy. Have you heard about that?
Who was Screech?
Screech. Yeah.
Isn't he Jewish?
But listen to this. They were doing this thing called White Boys of Comedy, and it's all black crowds with all white comedians. and
does everybody just do a Bernie Mac impression, or how does that work?
A jailhouse tour? Was it?
No, there's a science to getting black crowds, because there's some black comedians down here that can't entertain a black crowd. You gotta be so fast. Yeah,
it's the scariest thing ever.
You know what? For me, it's not. That's what I mainly do. There's a place down here that a guy called Jesse Taylor runs. And I shit you.
Is this the one you were telling us about that's got 600 to 1,000 people at it on a given night?
Yes.
Wow. Man, get me on one of those shows, man.
Yeah, it's showtime at the Apollo, dude. I swear. I mean, you know, there was one time I saw this guy get booed, and they were booing him, and they boo people all the time. You will get booed if you're not funny. You know, they have no. I mean, you smell, the sense of green incense everywhere when you walk in the door.
Oh, sure, awesome. There you go.
It's that type of place.
Wow.
But so, like, I heard that the one time this guy was doing so bad, and he wouldn't shut up. He was like, y'all ain't scaring me. So, and one guy stands up, and he goes, shh, and everybody shut up, and he goes, 1, 2, 3, boo!
They coordinated their boos.
Yes,
nice.
Yes.
Oh,
they were there together. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. But I luckily did 7 minutes down there, and I did great. Like, I played the whole white boy thing up. I did. You know,
well, that's
totally played the whole white boy thing up and then played up for me.
When you put that out there, it just reminded me instantly of that Def Comedy Jam. When Bernie did that thing with. Martin Lawrence was hosting, and he comes out and I don't know if everybody in that New York audience knew that he'd been perfecting that thing for 10 years at All Jokes Aside in Chicago, where All Jokes Aside got to 400 people a night, and that was running 6 nights a week with a room full of 400 different people every night. And so he comes out there to that audience, and all the New York guys were like, "Oh, Bernie, I know you're a Chicago comic, but you've never handled a crowd till you've been in front of a New York crowd." And he just absolutely destroys with that whole when he comes out. I ain't afraid of you. He just starts right off with that.
I ain't scared of you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
classic, dude.
That's like a totally classic bit. And but up here in Milwaukee, we've got our own ridiculous version of that. It's called "I'm a Bad Man" comedy tour. And And the old rule was you had to have been in jail to be on the tour. And the closest I got was getting an arrest warrant out for me for someone stole my ID. And the one thing they did was go get a library card with my name. They took out one book and didn't return it.
Rebels.
So 5 years later, I have an arrest warrant out for me for not returning a library book in the county that I'm from, 200 miles away. So
well, I could have been that whole tour, but let's not talk about that.
well, that was my total credibility for getting out. Is I'd had a warrant out for my arrest for a library book, but so all I did was walk up. It was a night of a Mayweather and there was a Mayweather fight and there was a UFC fight the same night. This was like last fall, last October, and so it was 125 unescorted black women. There were no dudes there, and I hold that's even a worse crowd because they are brutal. What's that?
Nothing.
Is that a gay joke you're ripping on me again?
No.
So I just started off by saying I'm the whitest boy you will ever meet in your entire life. I'm just so white, and I dance badly, and I got a little bit out of them, but like. It was the worst 10 minutes of my life.
Yeah, they were throwing panties that night and everything, I remember. Not
you know what?
Not at you.
They're throwing pennies.
Jerk. So
they're making it change.
So when do you guys get No Name Comics up and going? When's this opening up?
We're hoping on doing an opening date of September 11th.
Oh, nice! Yay! That's great.
You just got to hire comics that you know who are going to bomb, you know?
Yeah.
If you can get foreigners like Muslim comics to bomb
Cue the
that
rim
night.
shot.
Yeah.
These comics are the bomb, right?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, that is awesome. That's
great,
coming
man.
up quick though, man.
Yeah. Look, do we got a second?
Oh, please keep going, man. Absolutely.
I got a story about that Screech thing that you guys might love.
Oh, bring it up. Yeah.
It's like a back corner story. He got booked for that White Boys of Comedy thing.
Yeah.
And then they seen this tape and they're like, no, he can't be on this. He's not coming on White Boys of Comedy. They can't, we can't. What were we thinking? We saw his tape. He called up and said, look, I'm gonna be there. And I'm going to perform for you guys, no matter what. He's like, he insisted on coming and performing, paid for everything of his own. Nothing was paid for his own.
Wow.
Went there, did his performance, and got crickets pretty much. You can watch a little bit of it online. If you do White Boys with Comedy with a Z, if you Google that, you can find that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you watch the other guys and then watch him, he does so horrible, dude. So horrible.
Really, he bombs with other people's material. Usually you steal the good stuff, don't you?
Yeah. It's like he just doesn't have that swagger. It's like just go away, dude. We understand. You got a big dick. What 90% of the world doesn't? Yeah, that's what I'm going with. 90% of the world. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's like I say, it's just this thing that you're supposed to do in order. It's like I guess it's the bookers feel like if you'll do that, you'll do just about anything to be in comedy. If you'll spend a week with Screech,
really.
They know they can pretty much ask you to do anything after that. Here's a plate of excrement. Please eat this. No problem. I spent a week with Screech, man. That's a pleasure cruise.
I've never seen his stand-up, so I can't. I mean, I've heard from first-hand accounts that he's ripping comics off.
Yeah, that's the big knock.
So I can't judge
him. He's nothing. He's nothing to worry about. He knows what he's doing. I mean, people like that. I just don't associate with them and whatever.
I hear you.
But what I found about the secret about doing black clubs is grabbing them as soon as you get on stage. Dude, you want to laugh 5-10 seconds in. So I come out to this song, Lil Wayne song, and the very first words of it is F these N-words. and I start
and you
singing
step out.
it. and I start singing it, and I go, F these, no, DJ, no, DJ. You know, so I'm like, no, DJ. So they jump out, they love that, and then I kind of roll into my stuff. You know, I do a couple like my favorite one-liner is like, hey, you guys feeling all right tonight? You feeling all right? I'm feeling all white tonight. I'm feeling all white.
There you go.
And they, you know, then they're kind of on. Once you get a full black crowd on your side, and you're a white guy, you got them on your side. You can do almost anything. It's just getting them on your side at that first 15 seconds is like such a big thing.
It's just you got to show that you're confident that you're you're just gonna keep doing it.
Excuse me, wife. No, excuse me, wife. I'm on a radio right now. Don't interrupt me.
Put her on.
Put
her on. She says she's funnier than me.
I've seen some of your posts about her.
Dude, why do you think I name my? Can I say my Twitter handle?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything you got.
I mean, my. You can find me on Twitter at my wife's twats.
Nice.
I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. That it is my Twitter handle.
That is simply a fact.
Yeah,
that is just simply a fact that we are relaying for the fine folks at the FCC. That is just a fact.
Oh, is that how it works? As long as it's a fact, it's fine?
No, that's not
Fuck
fine.
is a four-letter word.
That is not fine. Quiet. Don't do that to me right now.
Thanks.
No, but you guys sound like a fun show, man. You guys got a good chemistry going on it.
Oh, thanks,
it always excites me to see other people that are doing stuff like this and loving it, because we got a lot of haters that down here in St. Louis that they want to click up and not include other people into their realm.
Insane. The dickens, you say? we have nothing but peace and love and harmony in the Milwaukee comedy scene. Oh, Jesus. Ugh,
but I wanted to mention to you guys, right before I was going on the air, I posted on my Facebook, hey, going live with Brendan O'Day. I didn't really include the rest of you guys' names because I really don't care about you.
Yeah, that's fine, man. That's good.
You got the important
You
one.
know, I said, going live with Brendan O'Day on Extempo Radio, you know, River West, whatever the hell. Listen in. I got 0 likes, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, we draw big, man. We draw huge. We draw huge.
We're huge.
But hey, man, it has been absolutely awesome having you on tonight. Thanks so much. So sorry to hear about what happened tonight for you, but that happens all the time.
Happening. She did confirm for next Monday and all the other Mondays, just in case, just so you guys know, we could do this again, with the whole mic thing.
I would love to do that from the stage. I wanted somebody to want to do it during their opening. Most people want to do it ahead of time, just as people are signing up.
I'm totally that dude, man. I'm that guy. I'll do whatever. I'm not going to dress up in a leprechaun outfit and perform every time. Like,
all right, you're off the air.
Does.
No, good.
Let's get the Extempo Radio comedy tour down.
I was just joking, because if you're not going to put on a leprechaun outfit, we just have no room for you here.
He's just being an Irish prick is what he's doing.
No, dude. There's a guy here in St. Louis that's his skit. He carries around, he wears a leprechaun outfit. Unreal. And he carries around a gold toilet. And he acts. I am not. Look him up, dude. Tim Bone. I don't even like to give him props, but he's not funny. He's horrible. He's a half comic.
Why don't you book an Extemporadio comedy show at your new club and have him open for us? Let's.
Awesome.
I'm going to book him on September 11th. That's what I'm going to do.
The bombs of comedy.
Kick
the
things
bombs
off
of comedy. Hey, man, it is 8 o'clock. It's been awesome having you on the show tonight. We can't wait for next week to pull you back in as you're introducing your open mic. And everybody, that's been, man, seriously, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. It's totally awesome.
Nice meeting you, dude.
Hey, I appreciate you got talking to you guys. I was all that stuff. I'm not good at goodbyes. So you guys have a great one. We'll talk soon, man.
Thanks, man. HD, you have a great night now. Hey, that's H.D. Reeves on our show tonight from St. Louis, Missouri. His open mic got canceled, and still had had just the decency to call in. We spent the last half hour with him. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you do get down to St. Louis, look up No Name Comics in St. Louis.
Or hit that Twitter
only
account.
St. Louis official comedy club. So
hit that Twitter account.
Hit that Twitter account. And find him on Facebook at HD Reeves, comedian HD Reeves, and just check out. The guy's busy as all get out. He's
Midwest
everywhere.
Comedy Group.
Midwest Comedy Group.
Yeah, find him in Midwest
Does he
Comedy
run
Group
that?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
All right. So we're taking a little break here. It's 8 o'clock on Extemper Radio on riverwestradio.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Shaky hand. Black coffee's not enough for me. I need a better friend. One pill at the bottom. You're singing my favorite song. I know I must investigate. I hope that I can sing along. There's no time for metaphors, cried the little pill to me. He said life is a placebo, masquerading as a simile. Well, I knew that pill was lying, too gregarious, too nice. But as he walked, I had to sing this twice. Lie still, little bottle, but don't twist it, ain't twisting time. With every move you make, you just disintegrate my ever-troubled mind. Bottle and shake my shaky hand. My coffee's not enough for me. I need a better friend. One pill at the bottom, singing my favorite song. I know I must investigate. I hope that I can sing along. I still, little bottle, I still, little bottle, Empty stains on the wall reflect an ugly side. I can see your secrets, no need to confess. Everyone looks naked when you know the world's a dress. The world's a dress, a place that's worn, a sad pun that reflects a sad mess. I'll repeat it for those who may not have already guessed. The world's a dress. Life's parade of fashion just leaves me depressed. Under every garment I can see the world's a dress. Call the men of science and let them hear the song. Tell them Albert Einstein and Copernicus were wrong. The world's a dress, a place that's warm, a sad pun that reflects a sad mess. I'll repeat it for those who may not have already guessed. The world's a dress. Call the men of science and let them hear the song. Tell them Albert Einstein and Copernicus were wrong. The world's a dress, a place that's worn, a sad pun that reflects a sad mess. I'll repeat it for those who may not have already guessed. The world's a dress, a place that's worn, a sad pun that reflects a sad mess. I'll say it one more time for those who may not have already guessed. The world's a dress.
See that out of Geico.
They might be giants tonight here on Extemporadio, and that's
Great
wonderful.
Can I put a request in for the next break?
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, no respect, I tell you.
Can I?
That's pretty good. You might want to share that with another Milwaukee comic so you can actually hear what a good Rodney Dangerfield impression sounds like.
Why, who does that?
Don't even go there. I saw that actually recently.
Who does
You
it?
saw it and you said don't even go there because it was great?
It was absolutely
Spot on?
horrific.
Who does it?
I don't know that we want to name names of people that
That narrows it down.
it does actually.
Here, how about this?
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. No, don't say it.
Now you
yeah,
got it, or you get it?
yeah. 3 minutes, baby. 3 solid minutes. And ends with that was pretty good, wasn't it?
How could you
I
not
like the
get
blowjob
that? How could you
reference.
not get that?
Well, that could be so many comics on the scene. Except for Corky. What was it?
One great hour. I'd like 1 hour.
What?
Can I have 1 hour?
What? What did I say? Blowjob? You can say blowjob.
No, you can't.
Where?
No.
No, you can't.
Where's this list of words that I can and can't say? I'd like to see
Yeah,
this list.
it's can't and can't. It is can't and can't and can't and can't and can't.
Please give
you
me a-
just can't say things.
Please give me a
Good.
list
You
of
just
words that
can't
I
say
am not allowed
Times,
to
good
say.
times here.
We need to move on. We need to move on to XM. Is what has to happen here.
XM,
Is what
hey.
has to happen. Is really-
Satellite going into space and back.
Wait.
XM radio.
I can say it if it's attached to a fact you said, right?
No.
I love
no,
blowjobs.
no, no,
That's
no,
a
no,
fact.
no.
Disclaimer.
If yeah, really. Jesus. No, here's how you can say it. The police chief yelled at the top of his lungs in court. You can quote
Jeff
what he
Lampton
says.
loves blowjobs, and that's true
If,
story.
if that in fact happened, it didn't happen. That's the problem. This is not theater of the mind.
If that was a true story, Jeff, you'd be driving a Cadillac.
Welcome back to Extemporadio. My name's Brendan O'Day. I'm the producer of the show. The things you'll hear over the next hour represent the views of Extemporadio and the people making them. All opinions and quotations in no way represent River West Radio and are the
that's
sole
a fact.
responsibility of Jeff Lampton, guests and callers. River West Radio was not and is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program. And don't waste your money hiring a lawyer. Jeff Lampton has nothing, so you're not suing for anything.
And Arthur Hinty writes on, God damn it, Brendan O'Day, that music. Oops, I lost my.
What did he say about?
He said, God damn, Brendan, that music is annoying.
Wow. Thanks, Arthur Hinty. I don't have any Pursuit of Happiness in my computer. Otherwise, I would have played that.
Hey, maybe we can get some Fred Flem from him to put on.
That would be awesome. Just shoot me the discs, and I'll get it into my computer.
I think it was Eric.
Because I refuse to steal music. And
no, it's Hinty's.
So you're stuck.
Hinty's.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, send me a disc so I can get it into my computer, so I can get it on the air.
Is that how that works?
All right, Hinty, send us some Fred Flem.
Send some Fred Flem. Anyway, thanks
Jason
so much.
was about to say something.
That's all right.
No, it's going to be a fact.
No, it wasn't. I was just wondering if this came up before about a week ago. You remember that clown that used to be on TV, the kids clown, Bonk? What was his name? Bozo the clown.
Bozo the clown.
Remember
Bonkers the clown.
Yeah.
That famous clown Bonkers.
Yeah. Remember?
Wow.
Remember? Have you ever seen him when you were a kid? Did you see him?
Yeah.
Remember he had that ball game at the end where the buckets were lined up and then he the kids would toss a ball in and you'd win prizes.
No.
Why does no one remember that?
I never
was
actually
as
saw
poor
the
as
show.
you, apparently.
We
all watch cable.
Now I'm sad, man. I had cable, man.
I hate clowns.
Basic
Always
cable
have.
with getting WGN as a superstation really is not qualified as cable. I'm sorry.
That's fine, man.
Sorry.
You
I'm really
can call
sorry
me
about
poor.
that.
No, that's
Yeah.
all right. Go ahead.
Sorry. Awesome. I'm glad. You're poor.
Who in this room is not?
Well, right.
Well, you're passing out Powerade Zero like it's going out of style. You're the rich one tonight, man.
Yeah, right. So what you're listening to right now is Jason Evans call people out for their generosity, and he's going to be. We're going to be heading into the 8:15 hour here, 8:15 inconvenient half hour for the mkefunny.com half hour.
Yes.
Your guest tonight is who?
Vince Moranto.
Vince Moranto is calling in from Chicago. He
Absolutely.
is the house MC at Zany's Comedy Club downtown in Chicago this month. He is working, I think he probably still has at least 28 of the next 34 days.
It's incredible.
That he's working.
I went to his site and looked, and I think he said he's done since 1982. He's done 20,000 shows.
Wow.
Jeez.
And it's amazing. And I think it was like 450 different clubs.
Wow.
Just amazing comic, and we had the fortune of working with him a couple weeks ago on Saturday down in Chicago, which was wonderful.
Yeah, down at the
it was a blast.
Wonder Lake Comedy Club. It's not a club. It's a neat little room. With an enthusiastic audience, with a in a town that's obviously got some money and some inclination to come out and hang out and have a good time.
Great $4 burger meal.
Unbelievably great $4 burger. What was that thing called?
I took in the $4 burger.
What was that called? It had a weird name.
The $4 burger deal.
No, it had a weird name. Wasn't called the $4 burger deal.
It was like Bob's.
That's Wendy's.
My wife's
No, it's like a Bobo or something like that.
Bobo's, yeah. Bobo the Clown's.
Bobo the Clown. It's just unfortunate that a comedic institution has just been destroyed tonight. All right. Well, this is our good friend Vince Moranto. Good friend Vince Moranto's calling in tonight. How's it going, Mr. Moranto?
Well, how'd you know it was me?
You ever wonder why we scheduled that so tight that we got to know you're calling at 8:15?
How you doing, Vince?
I thought it was caller ID, which ruined all the fake phone calls I used to make over the years when caller ID came out.
Absolutely. It's like the saddest day ever for teenagers
it
worldwide.
It made guys like us have to grow up.
Oh, I don't know. Then they came around with that whole internet thing. That was kind of the savior. That lets me pretend I'm a child still.
Yeah, that's true. So what's going on, guys?
Nothing. This is Jason Evans from MKE Funny. Vince, how you doing, man? How's it been going?
Pretty good. Busy work week last week. I I think it's the first time ever I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in a week.
Wow.
Nice.
Unbelievable. How was it? How were the audiences?
Audiences were great. It was at Zanies in downtown Chicago. I'm the house MC down there this month, and there are generally always really good crowds down there.
That's great, man. Hey, you started in 1992, it said. 82, I'm sorry, 1982, which I have written here. I just don't know how to read. Comedy in 1982. That's right before it really took off, right? Like it really got big. Comedy in general.
I was pretty lucky. 82 was pretty much still not a lot going on, but then by the mid 80s, the comic Andy Kindler says that by the mid 80s, you hired a comic if you just wanted to walk down the block. You hired a comic to take a walk with you. That's how popular comics were during the mid '80s. But it was like perfect time for me for when I just started being able to headline. A million rooms opened up, so I was able to work a lot of rooms all over the country.
That's amazing.
Were you ready to headline when you did, or did you just get thrown into it?
No. I was I actually turned down a lot of headlining things because I just wanted to make sure. I always thought, why go in there if you're not ready? You know what I mean? It's like when they bring up a guy too quick in the minor leagues,
yeah,
and then that's it. He's ruined. He's never gonna have a major league career. I looked at it that way. I was like, I want to be ready. I headlined the smaller rooms and the smaller venues at the beginning, but the bigger ones, I was. You guys had Mike Toomey on last week, right?
I've interviewed Mike Toomey, and I was actually just going to mention he started around the same time as you, correct?
Oh, yeah. Mike Toomey started in January of '82, and I started in July. And as a matter of fact, he was one of the first guys that I met, and so we've been friends for 30 years. But what Mike Toomey used to say about it when you were featuring early on instead of headlining, it was great because you'd get off stage and the headliner would say, "Hey, how's the crowd?" And you would go, "They suck. You worry about it." That was kind of the nice thing about that, too.
There you go. Yeah, we actually had Mike Merrifield from Appleton, national headliner. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was he's a heck of a nice guy. And but Toomey,
when he blew into town,
Toomey did a show down in the south end of town, and this is the dichotomy of where comedy is at compared to the mid '80s. Now, as we head into the new century. Even though Mike is on the air for a couple of hours a week on still what's the biggest, I don't even know how big radio is anymore, managed to draw about 46 people there that night.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it was just sad because,
such great
Peter
talent
Schwaba
out there.
was there from, Peter used to live out in L.A., now he's back in Marinette, Wisconsin, way up north, just trying to give his son a decent upbringing in a nicer area than
Hey, I've done shows in Marinette. I did the Holiday Inn or Best Western or whatever it is up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Whenever people tell me they're from Wisconsin or Michigan, I'm like, where are you from? They're like, you probably won't know. And I'm like, you know what? I bet you I did a show in your town.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Been there.
A lot of the times I did. I'll tell them we're right to the show, and they're like, oh, yeah, that place. It was pretty funny. I did a show. I'm bragging here now. I did it at an American Legion Hall in Peatone, Illinois.
Oh, wow. Woo.
And, I know I'm bragging there. That's
Dropping names.
Hit the big time.
That's where your giant showbiz bucks are, right there. The Legion Halls in Peatone. But anyway, I go down there, and I mentioned, hey, actually I did a show here in Peatone about 25 years ago. It was a place, I believe, called Uncle Dan's, and the crowd just started going crazy. They go, hey, you see that empty lot across the street? It used to be across the street, and it had burned down like 15 years ago.
Yes.
But that's where I was, 25 years before that, was literally across the street. So
Quick.
stuff like that's pretty fun.
Quick, somebody go get Dan out of the dishwashing room.
Well, as it turns out, they had to get Dan out of the jail because apparently the fire was no accident. Let's just put it that way.
There we go. Awesome. That is fabulous.
Burning down the house.
Yeah, there you go. The original version.
Yeah. Hey, the list of comics that you've worked that you performed with is unbelievably huge. Who was your favorite comic to meet? Your famous comic to meet, and who really stood out from the rest of the other comics that are on that list that you have?
Oh wow, As far as well, it's always a big thrill when I meet. When I met like Robert Klein or David Brenner or George Carlin or any of those guys, like the guys that like when I was in high school or whatever. The guys that when I was in high school, in the mid '70s, there weren't a lot of comics out there. So I mean, those guys were like huge. They did all the Tonight shows and those kind of things. So whenever I meet somebody like that, it's pretty cool. And I'll tell you something that's also really cool was when I met Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong.
Oh, wow. Cool.
He was an unbelievably great guy. And most of these guys are, I'll tell you, I'm always hesitant to meet somebody like that because I'm like, oh, God, if they're a jerk, they're going to wreck everything for the past 40 years.
Yeah.
But never, they never cease to amaze me at how nice that they are. But it was funny when I met Tommy Chong. I was working with him, and then we sat in the green room in between shows. Mm-hmm. And we're just talking and stuff like this, and I'm like, hey, I got a couple lines for it if you want. I go, I watched your show, and I gave him a couple lines, and then I felt embarrassed, and darn if he didn't go up there, and wow, I sounded like I was from Wisconsin. Darn if I didn't go up there. I'm on the phone with you guys for 20 minutes, and I'm talking like I'm up from the upper woods there. But anyway,
we're very comfortable right now with you, Mike. Awesome, Vince.
But anyway, so I gave him a couple lines, and he went up on stage and did them, and they got a big laugh. And I'm like, this is so cool. Me and my high school friends used to drive around smoking funny things, listening to Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
And here I am giving this guy, like, basically writing for him, and he's doing them on stage, and they're getting laughs.
Well, that's surreal.
That's awesome that he trusts you enough with that.
Yeah, that stuff's always pretty cool, when you do something like that. When you meet somebody that you've always liked and you give them a line and they do it and it's successful, you feel like, oh, wow, that's pretty neat. Another thing that's really cool, too, is watching guys on the Tonight Show or Carson or Letterman or whatever, or Conan, and seeing them do a line that you gave them at one time.
Oh,
They're like,
wow.
oh, wow, cool, because it just pops out like, oh, wow, I gave him that line. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Hey,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead, Vince.
No, but I was thinking the other day, too, just to talk about who I work with. I didn't realize until me and another comic were talking about it, how many people from Saturday Night Live I've worked with.
Oh, that's cool.
I worked with, going back from the beginning, Rich Hall. I don't know if you guys remember Rich Hall.
Wow.
Huge in London now.
Snippets? Remember the guy with the snippets? He had those little those snippets.
Sniglets.
Oh, Sniglets, that's it, Sniglets. I work with Gilbert Gottfried, who a lot of people don't recall was on Saturday Night Live for a
1 year, right?
2 seasons, I think. He got called back, but that was it.
Yeah, when Lauren Michaels wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, when they had funny people on the show.
Yeah, and then they of course fired him like everybody else in life has done.
Yeah.
So it was those guys. But then more recently, it's kind of cool. I worked with Norm Macdonald, Colin Quinn, and Kevin Nealon, who were all 3 Weekend Update guys in a row.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All three of them.
That's incredible.
Victoria Jackson, Tracy Morgan. There's a real long list. I didn't realize it until I just started talking to a friend of mine the other day about how many Saturday Night Live people I actually opened for.
Did you ever get to work with Tim Kazurinsky?
No, but I've met Tim a couple of times. I met Tim the first time. Him and Bob Goldthwait are real good friends. So whenever I would work with Bob in town, Tim would always come in to see one of the shows. So I met him through that. He's another real nice guy.
That's cool. Hey, if people wanted to come and see you, you said that you're the house MC down in Zanies. Are you performing anywhere in our neck of the woods in Wisconsin that you know of? Or should they just come down to Zanies and see if they want to see you?
Yeah, as of right now, I'm the house MC down there for all of August. I'm the house MC in St. Charles, Zanies, at the Pheasant Run Resort for all of September. And then, I really don't have anything coming up in Wisconsin here that I could think of for the rest of this year.
Okay.
I mean, but not that doesn't change. I mean, you guys know how it is.
Yeah.
1 second you got, it goes both ways in comedy. There's 1 minute you got a week's worth of work, the next minute you got nothing. And then the other thing is on a Monday you got no work for the week, and by Tuesday all of a sudden you got you got 2 or 3 gigs.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah. Well, if you're ever up here, you definitely got to talk to us again. You got to come on and we'll do an interview with you, a video interview with MKE Funny and you. Would love to put you up on my site. If anyone wants to get a hold of you or to booking information, how do they get a hold of you? Through Facebook or you got a website?
Facebook or VinceMoranto.com or either way like that. But Facebook is usually the easiest because I'm such a child. That's the thing I check the most. That's the thing I find the most.
I hear you. Well, Vince, thanks a lot for taking your time to join us tonight. It was an awesome interview. Thank you so much for talking to us, and I can't wait to see you again. Hopefully, you'll be up here in town soon so we can all see you.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'd like to work with you guys again. We had a blast that one night.
It was fun down there.
It was a blast.
Yeah. I certainly wasn't expecting that show to come off that well. I thought what was really cool about it was that about 60% of the audience had been to all 5 shows previously. So they were actually fairly well trained as an audience. There were only a few talkers that we had to shut down, and it actually had a bit of a club feel because they were almost getting used to having a comedy show and understanding, and there was going to be an opener and a feature and a headliner, so they were even used to the formula. And that doesn't happen a lot in bar rooms like that where you have an audience that kind of knows what's going to happen.
Well, I still think the big key was the $7 Menards clip light. I don't think the show would have been anything.
Wow. Did you guys rob J-Dog? What happened?
That's where I got the idea from. I travel with my lights all the time because you never fails. You get to a room, and even this thing even had like a professional light rack up in the ceiling, and they had some real cans up there.
Yeah.
And none of them, they all look so rickety that we were afraid if we took a gel off, that the thing would fall to the floor.
They all made your pants look really nice.
Yeah, they were all pointed at your crotch. So we all had multicolor green, blue, and red crotches.
I don't think it was the lights. I think that was just the penicillin hadn't kicked in yet.
But so I just grabbed one of my clip lights, threw it up there, and it did. The audience could actually see who was performing.
Absolutely. It made the show 100% better, I guarantee you.
Yeah, it did. I'm serious. It always amazes me. You need sound, you need lights. There you go. It's not rocket science, as they say.
And that's, our girl, and we all have, our own level of affection for her, but it's almost like she's taken on, it's like she's not willing to even intern or apprentice with anyone. She's just jumping into this, and I as a result of us doing that show down there, I've actually kind of tried to catch up a little bit more with the Chicago scene. And wow, she just keeps making this mistake like every month. There's like another big mistake that she makes that everybody's talking about, and it's so sad. I wish she would actually just take a step back and start learning a few things, because there were a few things that night that could have gone better. But what couldn't go any better was, I think, it just you really taught me a ton about tagging jokes.
Absolutely.
And there was just stuff that you were doing that really just expanded my mind on how to approach that. So I learned a ton from you. I really appreciate you taking the time, Vince. And
well, great. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it too. Thank you very much.
It was an awesome show and an awesome night, and we really do look forward to having you back on. And if we do get a chance to come check you out at Zany's when you're running the show down there, we'd love to come do that too. So
yeah, sure, anytime, guys.
All right, you take care of yourself, Vince. Thanks again.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
All right, that's Vince Moranto checking in tonight here on extemporadio and
MKE Funny Half Hour.
The MKE Funny Half Hour, the inconveniently located MKE Funny Half Hour from 8:15 to 8:45, and it's kind of funny. I mentioned this to him. I actually had to go back and kind of run the record through my brain. It wasn't at Oshkosh that I booked him. I booked him in 1990 at my little 2-year university in Wausau, Wisconsin, at the University of Wisconsin Marathon Center. We had this young, he was like 26, 27 at the time, and had this comic come in. We had 7 comics that year, and every single one of them killed harder than the next. And we did this for 2 years. It got packed houses every single time we did it. We started out doing it in the Union, ended up having to move it to the university's theater because we were taking over this whole Union. So we move it up to the theater, pack that out. As soon as myself and the other guy that ran this thing went on to Oshkosh, They never hired another comic there ever.
Wow.
Really?
It's like, and then they went back to these just awful bands that would play down in the Union, and they would get, 15, 20 people to sit there before they would, make their drug deals and head out for their weekend night. But we would have these comedians in, and they just absolutely would destroy. And it's like, see, people buy this stuff. People understand what's going on here, and that there's, there were guys that were just joke tellers, but there were guys that were doing real stuff at the time.
Yeah.
And it was like, see, this is where this stuff happens. This is where it all comes together. But then, that dream died and went away.
I'd never seen Vince perform. Is he a joke teller? Is he a storyteller?
He does He's kind of evolved more to a very personal storyteller. It's a lot of family stuff. A lot of guys get to that age, and it's just tag after tag after
just
tag
kills
that
everyone.
just keeps
Just kills
pounding them, and it's just like, God dang it, that is just something.
The audience
that's a
had-
skill you want to develop.
Yeah.
You may not use it every time. You deal with some pretty serious stuff, but even serious stuff, if you can just keep just keep nailing them with it and keep that laugh building.
The audience was having trouble breathing. They had to catch their
It was.
breath.
There was actually a
incredible.
spot where it was just like just out of control.
I get that a lot with Barnes when I'm watching Barnes.
Yeah.
There's a guy that just keeps pounding them.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the funniest guy I've ever seen is Barnes. To tell the truth. And
Crazy.
Him and Beaner. Yeah, I'm a huge Beaner. Beaner has gotten me laughing so hard where I almost passed out.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
I got lightheaded.
Well, that's high praise, and that's amazing. That's amazing. Lucky for you, two guys that you know personally and from the town you're from. That's amazing. That's amazing
great.
how that happens.
Well, I've seen a lot of comics throughout the country that I don't know. I just don't.
Right? No, I get you. I hear you.
Carrot Top is, to me,
He's very muscular.
I think Carrot Top is unbelievably hilarious.
He is. He's a funny guy.
Hey,
I know people who have a preconceived notion about him, and begrudgingly go, well, I've been talking crap about him for years, and they go to the Vegas show and they just come out. It's the best, funniest show I've ever seen in my life. Nothing close.
Never begrudging for me. I've been a huge Carrot Top fan from the very minute I saw him. I think he's brilliant.
Well, and just I do like what he does. I am a fan. But I had the good fortune of meeting someone that knows him quite personally, pretty well, on the lake that he grew up on in Florida, Inland Lake. And he is just talked about as the nicest guy you could possibly imagine. As he made more and more money before he arranged for the Vegas thing, before that really happened. He was regular on Leno and all that good stuff. But he stayed in Florida. He kept living there. And all he did was buy better and more boats. He got to like the maximum boat you could have on the lake. And the big thing on this lake is they all boat in together, tie their boats together, and then they make like a swimming pool out of the area in the center of the boats where they back the boats in, and then everybody just kind of swims around, and they're all jumping up onto each other's boats and everything. And he'll bring 5, 6, 7 boats to that. He'll have friends come and bring boats. And he buys all the food and beer. He's just everybody just talks about him as just being the nicest guy.
Is boats like nothing but props? Like, can he turn the engine into a prop?
All the boats have props.
I mean, they make a boat.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. It just, he, I don't know. He just. Everybody talked about him as just the absolute nicest guy there was.
Hey, O'Day, you said the word boats exactly 19 times. In that monologue that you had right there.
You were counting.
Absolutely.
You weren't counting.
19 times.
You weren't counting.
Yeah.
You weren't counting.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the tape. Play that back, Nick.
Play that back.
Play
that back. Play that back, imaginary guy. I never thought I'd hear the word boats that many times in one. I'm just saying. I'm just.
There's boats everywhere. There were boats. And boats and boats
4,
and
5,
boats.
6, 7.
There were boats of boats, like
8,
sacks
9,
of
10,
sacks.
11.
Hey, Stephen Coleman.
Sacks of
Boats
sacks.
of boats.
I have a weekly rundown. You want to do it?
Sure, go ahead.
All right.
What's that?
My weekly rundown is from mkefunny.com, which I haven't finished yet because I'm a lazy bastard. But it will be up by tomorrow for sure. But this week we have Milwaukee's Midwest stand-up comedy competition is every Friday this month in August. Right now they're doing the preliminary rounds at the BBC at 2022 East North Avenue, and that's at 9:30, 11 o'clock to get in, or $11 to get in there. And you can see some of the local comics performing for a comedy competition.
Is that comedy?
Comedy.
MilwaukeeComedyFront.com.
Competition. Thank you very much. I guess I deserve that after the boat comment. And then I'm going backwards here, but that's on Fridays. But this Thursday, the 9th, there's another comedy show up at the Cactus Club at 9:30. It's $7 to get in. And then this week at the Comedy Cafe, we got Josh Sneed with Alex Stone and Greg LaFleur. Is going to
Jeff LaFleur?
Yeah, Jeff LaFleur. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Breaking news: our comedians have changed their names.
Yeah, no kidding, right? And then
LaFleur is funny as hell too.
Oh, absolutely.
And a nice as hell guy too.
Yeah. And then at Joker's we have Brian Aldridge, I believe his name is.
Truly.
Brian's in town.
And then Bonkers, we have Bob J, who I met Saturday at the Bonkers at State Fair Park, and he is unbelievable in what he does with sound effects. And
Very first time I worked a club was with Bob J and Tommy Johnigan.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was
Holy cow.
unbelievable introduction into club comedy.
That's cool.
Both amazingly nice
Yeah,
guys.
I got to meet him Saturday, and he's going to be at Bonkers this weekend. So
Cool.
got to be cool. And that's just a little bit of the rundown. But make sure you go to mkefunny.com and check out all the information we got there. And then we also just started a new Facebook page, so go like our MKE Funny Facebook page, which would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that, and then it didn't accept it, and I
What?
liked it again, and it didn't accept. It's Facebook, and I did it a second time, and it didn't do it, and then I got an invitation to like it,
Yeah.
and then it took it. It's like, hey, look, I understand you think you want to come to the party, but you're not
bullshit,
coming into the
man.
party
That's bullshit.
until I say you're coming into the party. Look, Mark Zuckerberg. Your stock has lost 47% of its value from the initial IPO, from the first price.
But it's back on the rise. And they're saying that it's going to probably take off and he's going to make all
it's
that.
probably
Yeah.
not.
I
It's-
think it is.
Right now, his stock has been like a sinking boat.
Here's what's going to happen. If he can't prove that this thing can make money, and people, please don't click on any ads on Facebook. Just don't do it. Drive this piece of garbage social networking site into the frickin' ground so we can get a decent social networking site
I'm trying to build
back.
something here,
Really?
O'Day.
I hate
I'm trying to build something here.
No, you can
and
you
just
can
shut
like
it down.
Extemporadio. Radio.
Oh,
No, you can
I'm
like
done.
MKE Funny. You can like everything. That strip of ads down the right side of the screen. Just don't click on an ad. That's all you got to do. No revenue, no click-throughs means no ad revenue, means Mr. Zuckerberg's little piece of garbage company that took away MySpace, that took away that
MySpace took away themselves because they got stupid and greedy and
Yeah,
carried away.
greedy,
and then it
yeah.
took them 90 years to upload from one page to the next.
Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They just made $65 billion creating the IPO of Facebook. Who's greedy?
Peanuts.
Who's greedy?
It's still free.
Peanuts.
It's still free. I mean, it
What
might
wasn't
not be
free?
the best.
What wasn't free on MySpace?
Nothing. It was all free too.
Everything was free on MySpace.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right.
what are we
but
arguing here?
you could promote easier. You could put your videos right on
No,
your front
not in
page.
the end. Not in the end. Before, like when it was dying out and when Facebook started coming up,
Yeah.
MySpace was so unuser friendly. I know nothing about computers, but I know that if it takes me an hour and a half to go from my login page to my home page or my profile page or whatever to see who commented on my whatever. I'm not going to waste the time. I don't care.
What computer were you using?
I was just gonna say, I don't know what internet. Are you using that new Morse code internet?
Would you like to play a game?
Sending smoke signals.
You had to send your own binary by by.
I don't know what that means.
Well, see,
your geek humor just loses it on me.
0011000111101101111.
It's a Helen Keller joke, right?
Yeah. No, that's binary. Binary is just zeros and ones. It's on or off. It's just on, off, off, on, off. It's like low end Morse code. At least Morse code, they spell letters. But
regardless, Facebook is still
so it's
fast.
Generic Morse code.
Faster than binary.
It's generic Morse code.
Binary.
Number Morse code.
Wow. You two know how to bring that to a screeching halt. Holy
we
cow.
sure do.
That's our job,
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what we do.
No, I never had that problem with MySpace. I never had it slowing down. I never had difficulty loading. All I know is that I had better access to pictures. I was able to post video and maintain it in one spot on my front page on whatever.
I liked, but then that became a problem, and it just
I don't remember it becoming a problem. I never had a problem with it.
There's always a problem with the MySpace page. Always a problem.
On your garbage computer with dial-up, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So sorry, I couldn't afford the ultra high speed in my
the
van.
The reason it slowed down, it did get a little heavy because they did offer so many options to what was going on there. Wow, that is actually coming through. I thought it was like suddenly music bed was coming up underneath us. I'm like, hey, they're telling us we got to get off the air.
But Facebook is still free. It's still free. And it still hasn't.
You keep saying free. They were all free. What's
okay?
You're telling it's like.
But you're saying all this stuff.
It's like she still has a vagina.
She has still.
I don't know if you noticed, but she still has a vagina.
Yeah, go that way.
Yeah, but it's not free.
That way.
I gotta pay for it now. There's initial.
What do you gotta pay for?
No, what I'm saying is like everybody bitches about Facebook and all this and all that. It's free. You're not paying for it. You're not doing anything. It's crappy, the timeline and all this crap. Yeah, it's stupid, but I haven't gone to timeline. Everybody says, oh, you're going to get switched over to timeline.
Yeah, that's what
I didn't get switched over to timeline.
It said it was going to happen to everybody.
It has not.
Well, apparently Facebook don't count me as a person like
they're
everybody
just a
else.
big bunch of liars. Like they lied in their IPO. They lied about all the money they were going to make. It's a piece of garbage platform being run by a piece of garbage human being. Love you, Mark Zuckerberg.
After that, please go to my Facebook page and like it. I'd appreciate it very much because we're trying to cause the collapse of it, apparently.
Right. We're trying to bring it down from the inside.
Something better's going to come along. It's going to be great.
It's always going to.
Of course.
And don't go to Google Plus. That's the Google BI.
Yeah, you say that, and then you invited me to Google Plus a couple days ago. Thanks, man.
It's the only way you can effectively.
You're trying to suck me into the
Yeah,
Google
I'm just a
Plus
government
universe.
agent. That's what I am. Clearly, I'm a government agent.
You're the man.
I am just
The
a
man.
government agent. That is me.
The man.
I am a government agent.
We're losing steam with this Facebook crap, aren't we?
You keep saying it's free. So what? They're all free.
What I'm saying is quit bitching. It's free.
All right.
Everybody bitches about it. It's free.
Fine. What else on mkefunny.com? There's something else on there. James Barry's 2 cents is the new feature.
Absolutely. We just started doing that. We got 4 or 5 of his series on there. We're going to be dating them. I had talked to James Irvin Berry today, and he wanted me to date them, and I was thinking that same thing. So I'm going to date the articles, and we'll get that going. So
I had a different picture.
I know you did. I know you did. And you know what? It was a perfect setup.
And that's how he's making his 2 cents too, isn't it?
It was a perfect.
How much to date your articles? 2 cents.
2 cents.
But they're really informative, really awesome, and we just started that about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, I think. So those are really informative. He's on our main page. If you just click on there, you can go right to his page.
Awesome.
Yep.
That is great.
And we're still working on bringing in information. Our Wisconsin page is getting kind of short. I haven't been getting a lot of gigs Wisconsin-wise to put up on there. So been working on that a little bit here and there, and it's just been going good. I almost have August completely filled out. I think the only thing that I'm missing is the Joker's gigs for the last 3 weeks in August. And that whole calendar is complete then.
I'll do a weekly column. Why I whispered it. That's why I can.
That's good. That makes it great.
Lambton's
that makes it
actually on all over MKE Funny. You got your 5 chapters up there.
Wait, did I say Izzy? Like,
Are you referring to yourself in the third person?
Yeah, like,
is he really?
is he really?
Is that amazing comic Jeff Lampton actually on?
Next week we're gonna interview Jeff Lampton. He's gonna call in, even though he's sitting right here.
We already
He actually
tried
did that.
one.
He actually did that. Yeesh.
Oh, we're talking to Jeff Lampton? Yeah, we are. Oh, we're talking to him? Okay.
All right, man. Really, we're doing thumb pictures on our website.
That's
camera?
a Facebook like.
Oh, it's a Facebook
It's a
like?
Facebook like.
good.
I like Jeff
How many
Lampton
likes
on
is
MK.
Extemporadio Radio up to now?
I don't know, 35, 40,
Awesome.
50
We're
or
getting
something
there.
like that.
Well, that's
54.
that's huge bridge now. You've just
Well, if we can pick up St. Louis through Mr. Reeves, that's
absolutely
Another
because
Pick up Chicago through Vince Moranto.
MK
Pick up
Funny has
Appleton.
MK Funny has
there.
40, 100, 600 already. So
4,600, did you say?
yeah, like 40, 50, 600. I'm just covering the whole like you did. I'm just covering the whole gamut.
How much do you make an hour? 40, 50, 600 bucks an hour?
Yeah.
I don't, just let's ballpark shit.
That's what he was doing. You just said the S word. Dude.
I know, because
Again,
there's
dude, you
it's
said
out
it,
the
man.
window
No,
today.
just stop it. Try to get in the habit when there's this thing in front of you and those things on your head. Just
What would
try
you
not
ever
to-
do with my holy swear jar that I gave you?
It's still sitting at house. Actually, I used it tonight to do some videotaping.
It was
That's not what it's for.
quite the experience. He was trying to do a promo tonight.
Do you need
too many
another
things.
one?
That's no.
I got tons
No,
of
I
them.
don't need them. No, I don't want them. I'm not going to carry a gigantic jug around. That's a stupid. It's radio. You're not supposed to. It's theater of the mind, man.
When I gave it to you, I expected you to bring it here every single night
Great.
and make money.
Awesome.
What?
And you
We're all
had
broke
failed.
if we swear. What are we
Yeah,
gonna put
that's
in
true.
it?
We're gonna spit
Hey,
in
can I
it.
borrow a quarter so I can say fuck? Hey, give me here. All right, thanks. Here, I'll borrow you the quarter you just borrowed me. Go
It
ahead.
was
and
$1.
say
It was $1. It was punishment.
Oh yeah, like we can afford $1
Well,
swear
can you
jar.
afford an IOU?
Like we're going in half on a package of ramen noodles after the show. You think we're gonna be able to afford $1?
We went in halves last week on a $5 pizza. That was great.
Uh-oh, what's he doing?
Here's two.
That was the thing that was used for. That's what it was used for. It's this.
That's my jar.
This summer, Brendan O'Day is Planet of the Apes Part 3.
That's horrible.
Oh.
That's not nice. You look kind of
Is he
like
taking a-
perplexed.
Here,
You
take a picture of me.
He wants
What
to
were
take
you
a picture of him by a
Yes.
picture. That's creepy.
What were
Yeah.
you thinking when you took that picture? I'm just curious what your thoughts were going
Too
through your
sexy
head.
for what do I hit?
There you go. Just that thing that looks like a button
On the-
in the gray bar there.
Oh, Dave, what were you thinking? What was
this
going
is-
through your head when you took that?
What was going through my head when
No,
I
I'm
took
just
that?
wondering because you're like you look not concerned,
No, it was fine where it was.
Oh, okay.
not concerned, but I don't know. It looks like something's going on.
Well,
up there.
that's not a still picture. I wasn't like posing for a still picture.
Oh, okay.
That is. I was just trying to do this so I could hit play, so I could play this.
Oh, you made it. Oh, it's a
It's a nice
video.
phone you got there.
I know it's one of those iPad 18 things.
We got to start packing it up here because our 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go out on. Is let's see here. Let's take that back.
Brendan O'Day and his sexy Chris Christopherson.
Possibly coming up
After
on
post.
Extemper Radio tonight. Are whites qualified to live with non-whites? Surprising answers from our sanitation workers poll. Addictive, yes, but deadly? Find out if your favorite energy drink has the power to start your lawnmower. We bring you all the latest awards from the hog showing at State Fair and what's on tap for the winners. Tonight on Extemper Radio at River West Radio.
Come on, why don't you show them all?
That was gonna be our. That was gonna be our promo tonight.
How many did you make of those?
Like 90.
You gotta send those to me.
No. I made. There's 90 takes. And
Those
Mr.
gotta be
Lampton
put on-
takes great pleasure at someone else's misfortune. Or it's not even misfortune. It's a take. Takes
Those
are
have
takes.
to be on the. Those have to be on the front page of MKE Funny.
Yeah, I'd love them to be.
Absolutely.
If I would have thought of this before 2:15 this afternoon,
Well, I was asleep
it
at
would
that
have been
time,
awesome.
so it
would
wouldn't
have
have
been
mattered.
awesome. No, I
anyway.
was.
And why don't we both make promos for the show every week and we'll send them in. And then we'll see where we're
That's
at.
what I want to do. I want
I
to
make
start.
it
I
on
want to start
location?
doing like promos like this that punch out like on Thursday, Friday, Saturday before the show.
Right. Let's start putting out stuff that we're not going to talk about on the show because we were going to get to that.
Well, yeah, but didn't you hear what it says?
Right.
Possibly tonight.
Right.
Possibly
we
tonight.
need to do like crazy locations like that.
Yeah, it's
like
just
weird
funny things for people to
like Lampton hanging upside down off a building or something.
Well, how is that
promo.
Crazy? That's
true. That's true.
That's my Tuesday.
kind of normal. Yeah, kind of expected.
Tuesday hanging off the roof day, Lampton.
It's roof day. That's
It's having SWAT teams point guns at me day.
That's Sunday. That's Sunday.
That is not roof day. That is a roof day.
First time I had the SWAT team, South Milwaukee SWAT team pulled guns on me. They came in through somebody's apartment, and it was in the winter, and they had me face down in the snow, and there was like 5-6 SWAT members with machine guns coming in at me. It was pretty intense.
That's an experience nobody should have to go through, especially people who haven't done anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong. Seriously.
I know. That's the weird thing. That's the annoying thing. But you've been listening to Extemper Radio on riverwestradio.com. We appreciate you hanging out tonight. Thanks to everybody from St. Louis tuned in, Chicago, and all you around here, Milwaukee, the Midwest. Fine friends in Mexico that are listening tonight, and we even had one listener from Alaska. That is awesome. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Please go to the Extemper Radio -2 hashtag, or what do you call that? / on the website. If you go to riverwestradio.com / Extemper Radio. It's a backslash.
Tom Hanks. What do we? Next week, possibly Tom Hanks.
The best part is I can do this without swearing.
You've watched too much
ladies
Olympics.
and gentlemen, thanks so much. Go to www.extemporadio. Wow. riverwestradio.com /
February, November.
January, July. I'm telling you, I did it to Abu. I did it to Abu all last night. Totally did that to him. I stood there. I'm going, Americans had to pay their taxes. The average American median tax freedom day this year was January 17th. And he's just looking at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, it's terrible. Americans had to pay their taxes. They didn't make any money in their own. And he's not familiar with the concept. And I'm January 17th. And he's looking, he's like, and I stop and I go, what's the problem? And he goes, what do you mean January? Oh, in my head, I'm saying July. I'm July. And January's coming out, and that's the way that is.
So what's New Year's Eve like for you on July 1st?
Yeah, it's crazy. I got all my flags and sparklers out.
Tennis. That's what I want to see. I hear about these infamous tennis games between you and Abu.
It's the scariest thing.
That's some promo to shoot.
Thursday, please come by Thursday on down at Hart Park about 8:30 at night in Wauwatosa, about 68th and State in Wauwatosa. Come on out, watch watch two gigantic fat guys run around playing tennis. It's the scariest thing ever. It's awful. Frankie Latina's here tonight. How you doing, Mr. Latina? What's going on?
I'm looking for an iPhone charger.
There you go. Plug that in.
Oh, no, it'll go on your computer.
Oh, it'll go on my iPhone. Yeah, hold on.
All my pornography.
Oh, don't go too far. I got a big question for you, though.
What are you guys doing tonight?
We're just finishing up a radio show here for the next 2 minutes.
What are you guys talking about?
We talked about...
Did you want one of those, or... Go ahead, man. Help yourself.
Was it like 13 cents?
I don't have 13 cents.
There's 3 comedians sitting here, Frankie. I know you're a poor, broke director, but we're
comedians.
But we're comedians,
We're below
man.
you in the ranks.
It's so low below what you do. Look at that. Coming up with 98% of the cost of a piece of gum.
See this?
That is so
I'm
awesome.
gonna keep this because I need it.
Fabulous.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Here, I'll give you a second one for free.
What a salesman he is.
Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. riverwestradio.com / extemporadio -2. Download a copy of the show, get our MP3, subscribe, and your life will improve immeasurably. Thanks so much for tuning in.
whites. Very, very sloth-like in their antithesis of all that is sinewy. So, yeah, I don't know. This week my analyst has been out of town, and we talked a lot about how I'm jealous of her taking a vacation. I have a lot of jealousy and hatred in general. I just there's a lot of music that I don't like. I don't like Iron and Wine. I don't like. Wow, the Wisconsin accent was really thick there. Don't be self-conscious about that, Mike. I don't like Iron and Wine. I don't like Bon Iver, but I've kind of thought about it, and it's partly aesthetic, but it's also partly just because I have an